Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are fine. So today's lecture will be lecture number 4 on motion. Okay. So in last lecture what we did, we discussed some equations of motion and later we did some important problems related to equations of motion. So I hope now these three equations of motion are clear to you guys. Okay. So what we will do today? Again today we will start important topic which is graphical representation of motion. In this graphical representation of motion, first we will discuss distance time graph and later we will discuss speed time graph. And finally, we will conclude the topic with some numericals. Okay? So, be patient with this chapter. Actually, it's an important chapter for your numerical point of view. Again, I am saying this and you should maintain your notes also. Okay? Thank you. Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are fine. So as you all know, in last lecture we discussed equations of motion. So we know that there are three equations of motion. First one was v equal to u plus at. Second one was s equal to ut plus half at square. And third one was v square equal to u square plus 2as. And we discussed each of them and derived each of them. Okay, so now and later what we did, we discussed problems based on all the problems. Okay, so the idea for today is to learn graphical representation of motion. Okay, so we'll see how a motion is represented using graphs. Okay, so first we will discuss distance time graph and then we will discuss speed time graphs. Okay, so now first of all we will start with distance time graphs. Okay, so the distance time graphs. Okay, so now we know that when a body moves with uniform speed, it travels equal distances in equal interval of time. Okay, so we know that this is we know अगर कोई बॉडी यूनिफॉर्म स्पीड से मूव कर रही है तो इक्वल टाइम में इक्वल डिस्टेंसेस ही कवर करेगी. ओके, सो and we can say that distance traveled is directly proportional to time. Clear? So if a body moves with uniform speed, then its distance time graph will look like this. Okay, so this shows us uniform speed. I think it is visible to you. Okay, so the distance time graph of a body moving with uniform speed will be look like this. Okay, now another important point is the slope of distance time graph indicates speed. Okay, what does it indicate? The slope of distance time graph indicates speed of the body. Now we will derive how it calculates actually speed of a body. Okay, now what we will do, suppose this is the speed time distance time graph of a body moving with uniform speed. Now let us take here on the graph point A. From point A, draw perpendicular AB on x-axis and mark it as B. Similarly from point A, draw perpendicular on y-axis and mark it as point C. Okay, so here it is our x-axis and it is our y-axis. Okay, so now what we'll see, we know that distance traveled is given by speed is given by distance traveled upon time taken. Okay, now in figure 2 here the distance traveled is OC, which is equal to AB. Okay, look at the figure here. The time taken is OB and the distance covered in this time taken is OC. Okay, so the distance is OC. Here we can see that OC is equal to AB. Okay, so here we have wrote distance traveled, in place of AC we wrote AB. AB upon time taken was OB. So this is AB upon AB. Actually this AB upon OB represents slope. So basically you will study in higher classes actually what represents slope. I will just give you a basic idea. Actually if ratio of y component upon x component represents slope. Okay, so this is our y component because it is on y axis and this is x component because it is on x axis. So the ratio of y upon x will give us slope. So the ratio of AB upon OB will give us slope. Okay, so speed equal to AB upon OB. So but AB upon OB is known as slope of graph line OA. Therefore the distance time graph for uniform speed, it gives us slope. Okay, it is clear. So the distance time graph will give us slope. So here the important thing which you need to remember is that the slope of distance time graph indicates speed of the body. Okay, now we have discussed if speed is uniform. What if speed is not uniform? स्पीड यूनिफॉर्म है तो ठीक है, हमने पढ़ लिया है, बट अगर स्पीड यूनिफॉर्म नहीं है तो क्या होगा? एक्चुअली इफ अ स्पीड ऑफ बॉडी इज नॉन यूनिफॉर्म देन इट्स ग्राफ विल लुक लाइक दिस. इट विल बी अ कर्व्ड लाइन जस्ट लाइक अ पैराबोलिक शेप. ओके, so here the distances covered by a body in equal time intervals will not be same. That's why we call it non uniform ना. अगर डिस्टेंस इक्वल टाइम में इक्वल डिस्टेंस होंगे तो यूनिफॉर्म मोशन होगा, बट हियर मोशन इज नॉन यूनिफॉर्म. सो इट मीन्स इक्वल टाइम इंटरवल्स में डिस्टेंसेस इक्वल नहीं होंगे. ओके, सो एंड उसका ग्राफ क्या होगा? ये कर्व्ड होगा. ओके, क्लियर. नाउ कम टू स्पीड टाइम ग्राफ. ओके, वी हैव डिस्कस स्पीड टाइम डिस्टेंस टाइम ग्राफ हमने डिस्कस कर लिया है. अब हम डिस्कस करेंगे स्पीड टाइम ग्राफ. ओके, सो फर्स्ट पार्ट इज स्पीड टाइम ग्राफ व्हेन स्पीड रिमेन्स कांस्टेंट. ओके, स्पीड टाइम ग्राफ व्हेन द स्पीड रिमेन्स कांस्टेंट. ओके, सो इट मीन्स स्पीड कांस्टेंट का मतलब क्या होता है? इट मीन्स स्पीड इज नॉट चेंजिंग विद टाइम. टाइम के साथ स्पीड चेंज नहीं हो रही है. अगर फर्स्ट सेकंड में स्पीड 20 मीटर पर सेकंड है तो नेक्स्ट सेकंड भी 20 मीटर पर सेकंड, उसके बाद भी 20 मीटर पर सेकंड. सो कंटिन्यूसली वो 20 मीटर पर सेकंड से ही मूव कर रहा है. टाइम तो इंक्रीज हो रहा है बट उसके साथ स्पीड इंक्रीज नहीं हो रही है, वो कांस्टेंट है. ओके, सो हियर you can see the graph. Actually this is the time axis, this is the speed axis. Here you can see that time is changing. Here look, it is time axis, so time is continuously changing but your speed is always constant. Speed is OA. At every point speed is constant here. So this will be your speed time graph when speed remains constant. So we know that speed equal to distance upon time. Okay, so the distance will be equal to speed into time. Okay, so the distance will be equal to speed into time taken. Now what we want to calculate, to find the distance traveled by a body at point C, we draw a perpendicular CB at point C. Okay, now what we want to calculate at point C, we want to calculate distance traveled. Okay, so हम इस OC टाइम में हम ये चाहते हैं कि बॉडी ने कितना डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल किया, हमें ये फाइंड करना है. तो हम क्या करेंगे, एक परपेंडिकुलर C से एक परपेंडिकुलर डालेंगे इस ग्राफ पर. जो ग्राफ लाइन आई ना हमारी, ये वाली स्ट्रेट लाइन, इस पर एक परपेंडिकुलर डाला. ओके, नाउ हियर दैट एट C, यहाँ पर टाइम तो कितना है OC. ओके, बट स्पीड एट C कितना होगा? CB. यहाँ पर C पर स्पीड कितनी है? C पॉइंट पर स्पीड कितनी है? यही तो स्पीड है ना आपकी, दैट इज CB. बट वी नो दैट CB इज इक्वल टू OA. लुक हियर, इट इज इक्वल टू OA. जो CB है वो किसके इक्वल है? OA के इक्वल. सो CB के प्लेस पे हम क्या टाइप कर सकते हैं? OA. ओके, सो स्पीड C पर स्पीड कितनी है? C पॉइंट पर स्पीड कितनी है? CB. और वी कैन राइट OA. ओके, सो स्पीड एट C विल रिटर्न एज OA. एट टाइम एट C, यहाँ पर टाइम कितना है? OC. ओके, सो नाउ इन वैल्यूज को एक्चुअली हमने ये जो फॉर्मूला यूज किया ना, डिस्टेंस इक्वल टू स्पीड इनटू टाइम. सो स्पीड इज OA, टाइम इज OC. सो बट OA एंड OC विल गिव अस एरिया ऑफ रेक्टेंगल. ठीक है, तो इससे हमें एक और चीज पता लगी. क्या पता लगा? कि इन अ स्पीड टाइम ग्राफ, the area enclosed by the speed time curve and the time axis gives us the distance traveled by the body. ठीक है, मीन्स हमें क्या पता चला, ये जो डिस्टेंस टाइम ग्राफ होता है ना, उसमें जो स्पीड टाइम ग्राफ होता है ना, तो ये जो स्पीड टाइम कर्व और टाइम एक्सिस के बीच में जो एरिया बाउंड होता है ना, ये ठीक है ना, स्पीड टाइम कर्व और टाइम एक्सिस के बीच में जो एरिया बाउंड होता है ना, वो हमें क्या बताता है? डिस्प्लेसमेंट और डिस्टेंस. ठीक है, क्लियर. नाउ अब स्पीड टाइम ग्राफ व्हेन स्पीड चेंजेस एट अ यूनिफॉर्म रेट. स्पीड यूनिफॉर्म रेट से चेंज हो रही है या फिर हम कह सकते हैं बॉडी इज मूविंग विद यूनिफॉर्म एक्सीलरेशन. ओके, सो इफ अ बॉडी इज मूविंग विद यूनिफॉर्म एक्सीलरेशन, then what happens, its speed time graph will look like this. Okay, it will be a straight line. So this is time axis, this is speed axis, so uniform acceleration graph will look like this. Okay, now actually we know that acceleration is change in velocity upon time taken. Okay, what is acceleration? Change in velocity upon time taken. So in figure here, first at this instant starting the speed was 0, and this point q, okay, at this point q the speed was or, because ठीक है, sorry, at point o the speed was 0, and at point p we draw perpendicular to find the speed, because this is speed axis. So यहाँ पे हमारी स्पीड कितनी होगी, or. ठीक है, सिमिलरली इस पी पॉइंट पर हमें देखना है कितना टाइम है, तो यहाँ से टाइम एक्सिस पर परपेंडिकुलर डालो, तो दिस विल बी योर टाइम. टाइम मीन्स ओ क्यू. ओके, सो एक्सीलरेशन विल बी इक्वल टू स्पीड अपॉन टाइम, चेंज इन वेलोसिटी. तो यहाँ पर वेलोसिटी ओ थी, 0 थी, यहाँ पर वेलोसिटी आर थी, तो चेंज कितना हुआ, ये इतना वेलोसिटी चेंज हुआ. सो दिस इज इक्वल टू, दिस चेंज इन वेलोसिटी ओ आर इज इक्वल टू PQ. So in place of OR we can write PQ. So change in velocity is PQ and change in time is OQ. Okay, so again I told you this PQ upon OQ will give us slope, because it is a y component upon x component. So we can say that slope of speed time graph of a moving body gives its acceleration, because this is the slope. Okay, this is your slope and it will give you acceleration. So again this is the important point, that slope of speed time graph of a moving body gives its acceleration. Clear? Now come to next point. Now again if we want to calculate the distance traveled by a moving body, okay, in the speed time graph, look, now what we want to calculate, this was our speed time graph and we want to calculate distance. So distance, how we calculate it? Distance can be calculated by using speed time curve and area enclosed by the speed time curve and time axis. Okay, area, speed time curve और time axis के बीच में जो area आता है ना, that will give us our distance. Okay, so the distance will be equal to area of triangle O, P and Q. Okay, this is our triangle OPQ. So the area of this triangle OPQ will give us distance. Okay, so that's why I wrote here area of triangle OPQ. But this area of triangle OPQ is half of rectangle ORPQ. Look, this is your triangle OPQ. This is half of this rectangle ORPQ. Okay, so this is the area of rectangle ORPQ. So it will be equal to half into OR into OQ. So just you need to remember that it's first of, so here you have to remember 2 points. First you have to remember that slope of speed time graph of a moving body, what does it gives? It gives acceleration, and distance can be calculated by the speed time curve and time axis, area enclosed by speed time curve and time axis. Okay, now we will see. Okay, we have discussed till now acceleration. Now what happens if there is retardation? So in case of acceleration, what was there? There was continuous rise in the graph was like this. Okay, so if there is retardation, the graph speed will decrease continuously. Okay, in uniform acceleration speed increases continuously, in retardation speed decreases continuously. So that will be the graph for retardation. Okay, now suppose the initial, till now what we have discussed, the initial velocity was 0 because the graph was starting from origin, so it means initial velocity was 0. Suppose initial velocity is not 0, so if it starts from this point, because at t equal to 0 speed is OB. Okay, at t equal to 0 speed is OB, and at this point speed is AC. So acceleration will be change in velocity upon time taken. Okay, so change in velocity means final velocity minus initial velocity. So final velocity will be this, because this is speed na, this y-axis shows us speed, so final velocity will be AC, initial velocity will be OB, upon time is OA. Okay, now if we want to calculate distance travel, so distance travel will be equal to area enclosed by speed time graph and time axis. So it means the area of this trapezium, and area of trapezium is known as half into sum of parallel sides into height. So half into parallel sides are OB and AC, so half into OB plus AC into distance between the parallel sides is OA. So this is how we calculate when initial speed of a body is not 0. Okay, now we have discussed if there is uniform acceleration. what if there is नॉन यूनिफॉर्म एक्सेलेरेशन. यूनिफॉर्म एक्सेलेरेशन का ग्राफ तो हमने देख लिया. अगर नॉन यूनिफॉर्म एक्सेलेरेशन है तो क्या होगा? एक्चुअली इफ देयर इज नॉन यूनिफॉर्म एक्सेलेरेशन देन द ग्राफ विल बी कर्व्ड लाइन. ओके, सो दिस इज स्पीड टाइम एक्सिस, दिस इज टाइम एक्सिस, दिस इज स्पीड एक्सिस, एंड दिस इज द ग्राफ ऑफ नॉन यूनिफॉर्म एक्सेलेरेशन. ठीक है, नाउ वी विल डिस्कस सम प्रॉब्लम्स. ठीक है, so now look at the question here. Just look at the question. Study the speed time graph and speed time graph of the body given here and answer the following questions. What type of motion is represented by A? Okay, so this is you have what type of motion is represented by OA, AB and BC. Means OA, AB and BC. So okay, so here OA you can say that this is speed time axis, this is your speed axis, so this is your speed time graph. So if speed time graph is like this, it means there is uniform acceleration. Okay, so OA represents uniform acceleration. Okay, here AB, here the speed time graph is a constant straight line. Here we can see that time is changing but speed is constant at 6 meter per second. Okay, every point speed is 6 meter per second, so we can say that there is no acceleration, or we can say that uniform speed, or we can say that non-uniform acceleration. Okay, what about BC? Here BC is will be, here speed is reducing, so we can say that there is retardation, uniform retardation. Okay, now come to second part. In second part, what we have to do, we have to find out the acceleration of body. So here what will be the acceleration? Acceleration is simply change in velocity upon time taken. Okay, so acceleration will be change in velocity upon time taken. Okay, so here initially the velocity was, so first of all we should know in which part there is acceleration. As we already discussed in part 1 that in OA there is acceleration, in AB there is uniform motion, and in BC there is retardation. Okay, in AB what is there? Uniform speed is there, so there is no acceleration. So acceleration is there in part OA. Okay, so here for this part we have to find the acceleration. So acceleration is simply change in velocity upon time taken. So at initially the velocity was 0, and at point A the velocity was 6, so therefore this change in velocity will be AD. Okay, and initially time was 0 and finally the time was 4 seconds, so change in time is OD. Okay, so change in velocity कितना होगा? This is change in velocity. Here velocity was 0 and finally velocity was 6, so this is equal to AD, and change in time is OD. Okay, AD upon OD, so it is 6 upon 4, so this will give you 1.5 meter per second square. Okay, now you have to calculate retardation of the body. So here we know that retardation is there in this path BC. So what is retardation? So how we will calculate retardation? So retardation, we already know that retardation can be calculated by slope of line BC. Okay, this is our line BC, so its slope will give us retardation. So slope means change in y component upon change in x component. I already told you. So change in y is BE and change in x is EC. Okay, so this will give you BE upon EC. So this BE is 6 and this EC is what? Okay, here it is 10, here it is 16. So this portion will be 16 minus 10. So this will give you 6 upon 6. So the retardation will be 1 meter per second square. Okay, now we have to calculate the distance traveled by body from A to B. Okay, so this is our A to B. So we have to calculate the distance traveled by A to B. Now we know that हमें पता है ना कि स्पीड टाइम कर्व और टाइम एक्सिस के बीच में जो एरिया होता है दैट विल गिव अस डिस्टेंस. ओके, स्पीड टाइम कर्व एंड द टाइम एक्सिस will give us area. So area enclosed between speed time curve and time axis will give us distance. Okay, so we have to write distance traveled from A to B will be equal to area under line AB and time axis, or we can say that area of rectangle ABED. Okay, area of rectangle ABED. Okay, so it is area of rectangle ABED and area of rectangle is length into breadth. It will be DA into DE. So this will give you 6 into 6. Look, DA is DA. This is 6 and DE is also here 10 minus 4. So 10 minus 4 is also 6. Okay. So this will give you 36 meter. So this is the distance traveled from A to B. Okay. Now come to another question. Again it's a good problem but easy one. Okay. Now read the problem carefully. Just see what is given to you. Now a car is moving on a straight road with uniform acceleration. Okay, now the following table gives the speed of the car at various instant of time. This gives us speed of the car and this gives us time instant. Okay, in second. Now we have to draw the speed time graph. So speed is given and time is given. We can easily plot the speed time graph. And we have to find the acceleration of car and distance traveled by the car in 50 seconds. Okay. So just see, at time 0 speed was 5. Okay. Just see, time 0 speed is 5. At 10 second speed is 10 meter per second. Okay. So this is our, first of all let me write, this is our time in second and this is our speed in meter per second. This you have to draw on graph paper actually. So at 10 second speed is 10 meter per second. So this is the point. So at 20 second speed is 15. 20 second speed is 15. At 30 speed is 20 meter per second. At 40 speed is 25 meter per second. And at 50 speed is 30 meter per second. These are the various points. So by joining them we will get our speed time graph. Okay, so now we will join them and obtain our speed time graph. So this will be our speed time graph. Okay, now mark the points as A, B, C, D, E and F. Clear? So this is our speed time graph. Now what you have to find? Now we have to find the acceleration of the car. Okay, so look, actually we have to find the acceleration of car. Okay, first acceleration of car, it is equal to slope of the speed time graph. Okay, slope of speed time graph. We know that slope of speed time graph gives us acceleration. Okay, or we can say that, so this is our speed time graph, so it is slope of speed time graph, or we can say that slope of A or F. Okay, or we can say that slope of AF. Okay, now slope of AF. Now what is slope of AF? Okay, so mark this point as G. Okay, this is our G point. Okay, now slope of AF will be change in Y component upon change in X component. So we can say that Y component is FG and X component is AG. Okay, so it is FG upon AG. Clear? So this FG is what? Look, first of all, at point F it is 30 and at point G it is 5. So FG will be 30 minus 5. Okay, so 30 minus 5, and this is AG. At G it is time is 50, and here at A time is 0. So it is 50 minus 0. So this will give us 25 upon 50. Okay, so this will give us 0.5 meter per second square. Okay, now we have to calculate, in second part we have to calculate distance traveled by the car in 50 seconds. Okay, so distance traveled, so we have to calculate the distance traveled. So we know that distance traveled is equal to the area of figure OAFH. Okay, area of figure OAF, and this is our H. Okay, so distance traveled, mark this point as H. So the distance traveled is what? Or distance traveled will be the area enclosed by the speed time curve and time axis. So this AF is our speed time curve and this is our time axis. So the area enclosed by this speed time curve and time axis will give us distance. So means area of OAFH. Okay, so area of OAFH means distance traveled equal to area of trapezium OAFH. Okay, so this will be equal to half into sum of parallel sides into height. Okay, so half into, look, the parallel sides are OA and FH. Okay, so it will be equal to OA plus FH into height, or we can say distance between the parallel sides, it is OH. So OH is, this is our OH. So by putting the values, OA is 5, FH is 30 and OH is 50. This will give us 30 plus 5 will give us 35 into 50 upon 2. So this will give us 875 meters. So distance traveled will be 875 meter in the speed time graph. Okay, so this covers your speed time graphs and problems related to that. So now today's lecture is over. So next lecture will be our last lecture from theoretical point of view, and what we will do, we will discuss the graph, then we will use how to derive the motions of equations of motions by graphical method actually. Okay, so we will derive equations of motions by graphical method, and briefly we will discuss यूनिफॉर्म सर्कुलर मोशन एंड वी विल वाइंड अप द चैप्टर. ठीक है, आई होप आपको समझ में आ रहा होगा. थैंक यू.